James Dean was born February 8, 1931, died on September 30, 1955, until this very day still lives on as a symbol of teen angst and as the unofficial spokesperson for living fast and dying young. Being born to parents Winton and Mildred Wilson Dean in Indiana, he moved to Santa Monica, California, where James Dean's mother died of cancer. After being made fun of by the school children in Santa Monica for his twingy accent, Winton decided that the best thing for little James, after the loss of his mother, would be to move back home to Indiana with his Aunt Hortense and Uncle Marcus. While living in Indiana, James was a very competitive individual and hated losing. He would try out for every sport and almost always make the team. Upon ever losing or being shown out, James would be heartbroken, which is why his uncle had to often remind him, "You can't be best at everything, James." However, James always tried to be. In high school, he loved being the center of attention, and eventually tried out for plays in the school, at which he also excelled. He would pull pranks on teachers and peers, such as a stint in which he ran around the school auditorium at the end of the play in a monster costume. James and the drama director, Adeline, had a very tight bond, and it may be thanks to her that James pushed himself so hard with his acting. James and his father would occasionally talk through letters, so it came as a surprise to James when his father sent him the admission papers for the Santa Barbara College. His father had the intention for James to study pre-law, so he did as his father told, and moved out to California to live with his father and new stepmother. At Santa Barbara College, James continued with his acting despite its limited facilities for drama productions. The drama director there, Miss Owens, noticed his potential and loved her acting. He did well in his acting classes, but got C's and D's in his pre-law classes. Towards the end of his freshman year, despite Miss Owens' warning that he would feel overwhelmed, he decided to transfer to UCLA. James continued his acting career at UCLA and was as much involved as he could be while working a job at the CBS studio and while trying to find acting jobs. James eventually felt overwhelmed and eventually dropped out of the university so he could focus full-time on his dreams of becoming a star. James got his first big break as an actor in a Pepsi commercial, but soon afterwards, he started climbing his way up through the Hollywood industry any way possible. While trying to work his way up, James would do anything he could for food and shelter, which involved sleeping on friends' couches and going on dates with obviously gay men. He would later joke around about the dates and tell friends there were less of dates and more of free meal tickets. James was an actor who was to have said climbed his way up the Hollywood ladder of success, hands down, which is meant to infer that he would do anything he could to work his way up. James's work eventually paid off when director Eliza Kazan, who has done movies such as On the Waterfront and A Streetcar Named Desire, casted him to play the part of Cal Trask in the movie East of Eden. Much of his performance in this film is completely unscripted. He received a posthumous Best Actor Academy Award nomination for his role in this movie. It was the first posthumous acting nomination in the Academy Awards history. The movie East of Eden was said to have led up to his breakthrough in the hearts of people across the world with his film, Rebel Without a Cause. Both movies portrayed Dean as a loner rebel. However, Rebel Without a Cause will remain Dean's best remembered film. The movie is about a troubled teen dealing with typical teen problems before things go terribly awry. It is probably because of this film that teens everywhere were able to identify him, but it's because of his unbelievable acting that this film is said to have been an accurate description of teen angst everywhere. James Dean would only be in one more film before his death. On September 30th, 1955, James and mechanic Rolf Wutherich were traveling down U.S. Highway 466 on the way to his race when they were hit almost head-on by 23-year-old student Donald Turnipseed. The last words to have been said by James Dean were, "That guy's gotta stop. He'll see us." James Dean was 24 years old.